Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our annual Title I meeting and our meeting about benefits of parent and family engagement. I'm Mr. Fulce, and just to let you all know, we're actually doing two of these recordings. The meeting is also being held in Spanish, and as soon as we're finished here, when this video finishes, we will go live on Facebook to introduce you to some of the key players in our process, and then also to answer any questions that you have, and to document the fact that we have parents who have joined us and who are participating. So thanks again for taking the time. I want to start off by saying that we really believe parent and family engagement is not only key to student success, but also to our success as a school. So the fact that you're here watching and will be speaking to us live here shortly is a credit and a support to all of us. So we have a number of slides that we need to get to. So let's get through them, and then we will come back live. Why are we having this meeting? Well, our campus is in its second year of being a Title I Part A school. And I will explain a little bit about that as we go along. But as part of that additional federal funding, we have the requirement to document and improve communication and resources with you as parents. So we're here tonight to fulfill part of that requirement and to encourage participation of parents and students and families throughout the year. Now, I won't read everything on the slides because that would take too long, and none of us wants that to be the case. So this PowerPoint will be available to you in case you want to go back or in case you want to click on any of the links on our Facebook Live. Now, why do we participate in this program? We participate in this program because it offers us the opportunity to help better support all of our students. It's obviously targeted at some of our students, but the resources that we get and the professional development and the funding benefit everyone. So that's one of the main reasons. And we are going to go through the requirements that are listed here on the screen one by one because that's what's required. But essentially, being part of Title I means that we have to develop a family engagement policy. We have to develop an agreement or a compact with our families. We need to explain to you and provide you opportunities to be active in our curriculum. We need to have regular communication and good avenues of feedback for all of the members of our community. We need to reserve some of the funds that were given from the federal government with specific purpose of supporting our Title I program. We also have to not only maintain a certain level of teacher qualifications, but in the instance where that's not possible, either due to hiring concerns or lack of staff, things like that, we have to inform you under Title I if your student has a teacher who is not highly qualified under federal law. The last piece and the most important piece, the reason you're here, the reason that we think this is such an important activity is parent involvement, right? And this part I am going to read because the rights of parents to be involved in school program, such as volunteering opportunities, getting to see classrooms, participating in the decision-making process that has an effect on the education of your child, helping us review policies and plans. These are all parts of Title I, and we want to encourage you to actively participate in those. Now, both our campus improvement plan as well as the district improvement plan have situations, have points organized in our planning about how we're going to make Title I funds more effective in our educational program. And they center around assessment, additional tutoring for students who are struggling, making sure that we're using the money to benefit as many people as possible, and then of course including you in that process. We have two documents that are attached to this presentation in addition to the PowerPoint. I have physical copies here, which we'll talk through, but on the screen you can also see hyperlinks if you'd rather go there. And those are our parent engagement policy and our student-parent compact for this year. We have gone through the typical process, and we've updated these using parent input, student input, and faculty and staff input. And in the spring, typically, we will do this again. I'll get to that here in just a second. Okay. The purpose of these documents is to tell you of your rights and responsibilities, to provide us with an agreement on how we are all going to best support our students. So again, you can click on these links, or you can download them from the stream, or if you prefer, you can stop by the campus and we'll be happy to give you a physical copy. And I promise that one will be in color. This one's in black and white for my presentation today. The first bit is our school parent and family engagement policy. Okay, so this policy again addresses the overarching factors of Title I, and it requires us to have an annual meeting, which we're having right now, and we will have others. Provide that meeting in a number of different languages. In this case, we're providing it in English and in Spanish, as well as all of the resources. Get you involved and make sure that we provide you with information about curriculum and engagement activities that we have, and then of course any additional things that we can do. Obviously, we would all prefer to be in the cafeteria right now having this conversation live and in person, but we've had to get creative, not just with our instruction, but also with parent engagement. So unfortunately, this meeting and probably some of the next several meetings will be in this format, but we will always have a live component so that we can answer your questions and hear your suggestions and interact with you just as we would, well, not just, but as close as we would to the live activity. The second bit, and I encourage everyone to look at this as well. This is our school parent compact. And so this is a written agreement, again, something that we've updated, but something that is developed using input from students and staff and parents. Talks a little bit about how how your students will work and share responsibility for making sure that our students have what they need and the support they need to be successful. There are some suggestions in there about how you as a parent at home can further support what we're doing in the classroom, and then of course how we as a school are going to support. And again, going back to that parent engagement piece, this not just this meeting, but all of these processes and policies and documents that we've created have that goal in mind, right? They are additional avenues for parents to participate, for parents to provide input, and for parents to see that relationship as important as we do. I wanted to tell you a little bit about our curriculum. Most of you probably know all about our curriculum, and we're just going to highlight a few things. And these are specific advances that we've made or are making to really assist in improving our campus. We're actually going to start at the bottom of this slide, and you know this, and I know this. Our campus is currently rated F by TEA. But you have my commitment and the district commitment to a robust campus improvement plan and a real focus on communication and training and organization in an effort to get us well all the way to the top. We're gonna go straight to an A. You can count on that. We might not be able to get to it by the end of the year, but as a process, we're constantly focused on improving. Our curriculum overall has been increasingly blended, not just because of COVID, but because we see that is a way that that students often achieve better. A few highlights, we obviously have Math Teach to One, that's now in 6th and 7th grade. That will continue to grow. We have the AVID program, very successful. We're currently at one-to-one technology, meaning every student that needs the technology has access to that technology. We've also begun this year with a renewed focus from our counseling department, which is infused in all of our curricular areas and responsibilities around social and emotional learning for our students. So we're trying to ensure that we are focused on your whole child, not just the academics, the 3 R's, as we would say. And then, of course, as you know, all of our instruction is organized, planned, and aligned to the TEA and the Common Core standards. Okay. As part of that process, we have regular assessment, and most of these you already know. You already know about short cycle testing. You already know about the formative and the summative assessments that are happening in the classroom, whether they're virtual or in person. Those are going on regularly. You already know about us looking for students for AP and the Duke Talent, the Duke TIP program, the STAR test. This year we've added something that is going to be extremely helpful, and I speak from about 15 years of experience working with the MAP test, the measures of academic progress. We will be using that at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the year to measure individual growth in our students, and that will allow us to differentiate in all of our classes. The MAP is a very robust computer adaptive test, and you will be very happy with the results and information that we're able to provide you. We'll have a specific meeting about that a little bit later as we move to the testing window. This is not the only meeting that we're going to have, not just throughout the year, but even on this topic. We're going to have a number of conversations around how we can best support you, how we can both best support your students. And so additional meetings, are important because your engagement in this process is one of our top priorities. And I will explain the benefits of that here shortly. But we all know that when you're working with us and we're working with you and the student is working with both of us, there isn't anything that we can achieve. So we're going to do our best as part of a Title I school, and just as our commitment to, as part of our commitment rather, to your engagement, we're going to make sure that we do these meetings when we can do them physically. We'll do them in the morning, in the evening, so that as many people can come. We'll continue to record them, so those of you that can't come can see and participate in that way. We will continue to do whatever we can to get you to campus, to get you involved, to get your feedback, because for us it's very important. And know that as part of that process, you have the right and indeed the responsibility to ask for what it is that you need to be engaged and to work with us to support your student. That is our job, and that is your job as parents of these students. This is just a quick one, but part of the Title I requirements are that we set aside some of our funding, and that's done at the district and at the campus level. But as part of that percentage, 90% of the funding that we get for Title I has to be devoted to encouraging and improving not just student results but parent engagement. So there's an actual monetary percentage of the money that we get as a campus that we need to spend. We're required to spend on making sure that you're being engaged and you're supported. Again, back to teacher qualifications. You as a parent have the right to know the qualifications of your teachers, and we have a process for that. You can access that through the district process on the website, or you can call our office and we can walk you through that process to make the request. But we are required as a Title I school to make that information available to you. And as I said before, you also have the right to know if your student has one or more teachers and what are the circumstances where the teacher is not highly qualified under state and federal regulations. So again, if you have that concern, of course, we have to tell you that information. We will be sending those letters out when and if that happens. But if you have questions, of course, you can always come to us. In just a few minutes, we're going to go live, so you're going to meet most of these people. But I wanted to make sure that we included some contact information. I mean, obviously, you can always call me. I'll be more than happy to help you. But any of these folks, the assistant principal, the counselor in each grade level, our SAS counselor, Mr. Dorothy, our nurse, our cafeteria manager, because obviously Title I does include food service. Any of these folks are here to help you. So please feel free to reach out with any questions or concerns. I mentioned earlier that we go through this process of reevaluation and revision every year. That's usually done in the spring. And what we will do this year in the spring, hopefully, again, we will get to do this in person. But either way, whether we're doing it virtually or in person, you know, we're going to look back on the successes that we've had this year, on the feedback that we've had. We're going to solicit that feedback at multiple points throughout the year and use that to determine what were barriers that we didn't overcome. What are your needs from us as a school to increase your participation, and how we can better increase those opportunities for you as parents. Like I said, we'll do surveys, we'll have focus groups. If we can have face-to-face meetings, we will do those as well. We will gather all that input, we will put it together in a report. We will let you know what that is, and then we'll use that, you know, with your support to revise these documents for next year. So be on the lookout in the spring for me to be asking for your feedback, and you're going to get requests for our feedback pretty regularly, because we really want to know what we're doing well, what we're not doing well, and what we can improve. That's part of who we are as a team here at Bowie. Now, just a few quick slides on what are the benefits. I mean, I'm sure you as parents can think of a number of benefits for your students doing well at school, but we thought we'd enumerate just a few of them. You know, when we work together, of course, students are more successful on a host of levels. There are benefits for them, there are benefits for us, there are benefits for you, and there are benefits for our broader community. The student benefits include better scores, better morale, you know, a more consistent behavior pattern, and positive attitudes. They graduate at much higher rates, and they are more successful in the end. You know, when you are involved and we are involved together, your student has both qualitative and quantitative benefits, and that's going to stick with them for their lives. For us as a school, having you involved makes our teachers better, it makes our teachers happier. You know, it allows us to support, it allows us to better support you and to better support each other. And of course, you know, it means that there's better communication, and we have higher achievement for our students and for our school community. For you as parents, you know, it makes you more confident in what we're doing as a school, right? It also, when you see the things that you're doing and the things that we're doing together, improving your students' attitude and behavior and social and emotional being, in addition to their academic achievement, of course, it makes you feel better about who you are and what you're doing as a parent. We all need that feedback. We all need to hear that we're doing well. So this is you being engaged with us as a school is a great way to get that feedback. And we want to make sure that we have the opportunity to give it to you. So, you know, to sum up before we go back live, to introduce the folks that are key players in this process, as well as, you know, to answer any questions that you've had as you've watched this video. You know, you can always find more information, both in English and in Spanish, about the Texas Education Agency's statewide initiatives on parent and family engagement. We're in Region 18, but Region 16 is the one that has sort of processed all of these. So you can click on any of these links and go and find more resources. And of course, if you have questions or ideas or you need help, you can reach out to us. So what we're going to do now is we're going to stop the video. We're going to go live on Facebook Live, and we're going to introduce you to some key folks and answer any questions that you have. So thank you so much for participating tonight, for watching the video. And please, if you know of people who wanted to and couldn't, or who didn't hear about this event, please let them know that this video is available on our social media feeds and on our website. And please encourage them to go and be an active part of our community. So again, thank you very much, and we're going to go live now.